Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? This is Michael McKenzie with the Big League Approved Team powered by New American Funding. Tonight, January 8th, 2021, we are going to talk about collections and charge offs and what they mean for each different loan. Okay, and again, these can change, but as of today, January 8th, 2021. These are the guidelines when it comes to collections and charge offs. Okay. So let's get started. Conventional. So for conventional Fannie, their guidelines for collections and charge off, if it's a profit or loss, and a profit and loss equals a charge off. That's what that means. Collections, charge off. But if you see profit and loss in a credit report, that means it's just a charge off, right? So we're gonna just talk about just the regular one unit owner occupied stuff. We're not gonna go into the investments and second homes. Just gonna talk about the regular first time home buyer or a move up buyer that just sold their home, want to buy another house. So right now, if you're buying just a regular house, and let's see, collections and charge off, payoff not required for collections and non mortgage charge offs. Hey, that's pretty good. So you don't have to pay those collections or charge offs at all. So if you're like, oh, I got collections such as medical or AT&T, you don't have to pay it off and stuff like that. Charge offs either. So hey, that car got charged off. You don't have to panic and pay them and settle. Not for Fannie. Now for Freddie, and Freddie is a conventional mortgage as well. For collections, it says LP issues and accept, there will be a message in the findings concerning the collections and no further investigation is required. That's if you run it through LP. Um, that's something that your loan officer would do. For charge offs, meaning profit and loss, no payment is required and it's not included in your debt to income ratio. So for charge offs, for conventional, it looks like they don't even count charge offs against you. That's pretty sweet, right? And that's again, that's if you're just buying a regular house, first time home buyer, move up buyer, not buying investment property or a second home or a 2 unit or 4 unit. Let's see what FHA has to say about collections and charge offs. So FHA, and this is a government loan, they saying any collections over $2,000 must follow one of the following. Medical collections are excluded. Hey, that's a plus. So if it's greater than $2,000, you have to verify that the debt is paid in full, or you can pay the debt at closing. Um, Verify the payment arrangement, so you can put the debt in a payment arrangement, and we have to count it towards your debt to income. Let's say that creditor for that collection, like you all don't get along at all. And you say, you know what, I'm not going to call them, Michael. I'm just, just do whatever you have to do. Well, we are just going to use 5% of each collection balance against you. So you have total collections of $2,000. We automatically have to go 5%. Non-medical collections are excluded. So let's say, for example, you have let's say two collections here, and they total $2,000, and each one is $1,000 a piece. That's the balance. So now we have to say 1,000 times 5%. That equals $50. So we have to count $50 against your debt to income ratio. This is what this section means right here. Now, if a collection is a federal student loan or federal government debt, then some guidelines apply. So we have to do a K-verse report, and that's something your loan officer can do. My team and I, we're very familiar with K-verse reports. We have to make sure that it's not a government debt. If you are on a K-verse report, that means you owe Uncle Sam. And if it's a student loan debt, you have to make 9 installment payments before we can even consider you buying a house. So you got to make 9 payments, and you can't say, hey, Michael, I have the 9 payments in my bank account. I'm just going to make one lump sum. No, you have to wait 9 months And even if you're like on like a payment trial plan, we can't even count that either. So you must, if you have your student loans and collections, get them out of collections now. Get on some type of payment plan, income-based driven payment plan. Pay the 9 installments. Get them back to where they need to be on track so you can buy a house. And I'm sorry if you all are hearing a dog bark. My dog and my kids are playing. Again, we are in COVID right now, and it's a pandemic. When it comes to your charge-offs, right? FHA doesn't count charge-offs against you, which is pretty sweet. So you got that charge-off for that car, that bed place. We don't even have to include it in your debt to income. That's great, non-mortgage charge-off. So that's a plus for you. So now let's look at VA loans. Shout out to my veterans. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. Really appreciate you. My team and I, we really appreciate you all. So let's go for collections. So for collections, it says no payment is required to be included in the DTI if no payment is listed on the credit report. So if it says zero, hey, you don't got to worry about it. It is what it is. No payment, hey, no harm, no foul. But going back to this Cavers, and I just had a loan like this. I had a veteran. He had a Cavers issue. We had to go back and we caught the Cavers issue before I had him go get on the contract in the house. We caught it up front, told him to go ahead and make those 9 payment installments, get back good. He got back good. He's finally buying a house. Actually, he's closing on his house on Monday, which is pretty awesome. So I'm happy for him and his family. But again, the DTI, the coverage report has to be clean. Got to get that student loan payment off. So again, if you have student loans that's in collections, get them out of collections, get on that 9-month payment plan, income-based driven plan, make it work out for you and yourself so you can buy a house for you and your family. Now, charge-offs. No payment is required or it's not to be included in the DTI. Long as it's not on the, let me see, no payment is required to be included in the DTI if no payment is listed on the credit report. So again, if you have a charge off and no pay and there's no payments listed on the credit report, so if it says zero, hey, we don't have to count this against your DTI if you're a veteran. So that's pretty sweet right there. USDA, this is my rural development loans. Hey, shout out to all my country folks out there buying in the country. Yes, I love it. So for collections, non-medical collections, non-medical collections intended following must require. Oh, so for non-medical collections, right? So again, it's just like FHA, they exclude medical collections across the board, but for if it exceeds $2,000, you either require the payment in full on these counts prior to closing, so you can pay it at the closing table or pay it off before. Use an existing repayment agreement or get on a written payment agreement from that creditor, include a monthly payment. And again, we do that 5% rule. So we take 5% of the balance and we discount it against you. So for example, you take $1,000 times that by 5%, that equals $50. Now for charge-off, no payment is required to be included if the applicant has a repayment plan. Then we good. But if you don't have no payment that's required, so the charge-off says, hey, it's zero. Going USDA, you got a charge-off. You won't owe anything. Great. But if you are on a repayment plan, we must include this into your debt to income ratio. So this, as of today, January 1st, 2021, this is the guidelines when it comes to collections and charge-offs. So if you all have any questions about anything, or if you go to another lender and they saying, hey, we can't approve your loan because you have medical collections, just call me, because a lot of banks, especially big banks, they have their own red tape, and small banks too, they have their own red tape where they can say, hey, we don't like people with collections. or we don't like people with charge offs. So we can't do your loan because you have a charge off. Well, give me a call. My team and I here at New American Funding, it would be an honor to help you all out because we don't have no red tape. We just follow the guidelines. So long as these guidelines stay the same, hey, we can get you done. And again, this is for January 8th, 2021. If these guidelines change while you're watching this video, please give me a call, or I know I will this video. But thank you for watching this video. Again, my name is Michael McKenzie, and my team is the Big League Approved Team. Give us a call. It will be an honor to serve you. We do every loan on this board: conventional, Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA, and USDA. So give us a call. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Big League Approved, signing out. Bye-bye.